How is it going, guys? We have got another install for the FRS. It seems like a never-ending list, but that is the fun part of modifying your car. So much has changed on this since the last time it was out on the track, so I'm beyond excited for my season to start this year, and I'm really curious to see how the car feels with all the different changes that I've made. Now, if you guys haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button to show your support and so you don't miss out on any future videos. Today, we have got this package from Whiteline. These are their rear differential mount inserts that we're gonna be installing, so let's get underneath the car. I'm gonna show you guys what they do and how to install them. Taking a look underneath the car, you can see these two bushings in the subframe. There's also two on the front side of the rear diff. These are what help to support your rear differential, but if we take a close look at them, you can see there's gaps in the rubber material. And if you actually touch it, you can feel it's a bit on the softer side, which means that that diff is able to move around a bit, which is not ideal for the performance side of things. So what the inserts do is fill in those gaps and stiffen everything up to reduce the amount of movement, therefore improving our performance. We're gonna start at the front of the diff. You can see that I've removed the axle back portion of my exhaust because it was in the way. You may or may not need to do this. I also have a stand underneath of the diff to help support it once we get the bolts out. Definitely make sure you don't forget that. Once this is in place, we can remove the two 19mm bolts. Once those bolts are out, we're gonna lower the diff about an inch or so that we can access the top portion of the bushing. Now we can take the OEM washer off the top of the bushing. Then we can take the smallest of the Whiteline inserts, make sure it's greased using the provided lubricant, and we're gonna slide this over the top of the bushing. Make sure that flat side is facing the top of the car. Once you have both sides installed, we can put the OEM washer back on top and we'll raise the diff back up. For the bottom, we're gonna use this bushing here. Again, make sure it's greased pretty much everywhere. Take note of the two locating tabs on the inside of the OEM bushing and use that to line up the insert, and then we can press it into place. Now we just take the bolt, thread this in by hand, make sure this washer portion is aligned with the insert. With the bolts threaded back in, we can remove the stand and we need to torque these down to 70 foot-pounds. Keep in mind that that top insert is gonna be crushed a little bit once we get these torqued down. Moving to the rear bushings, we need to get the sway bar out of the way, so remove the four 12mm bolts that are holding the brackets in place on both sides so that we can drop the sway bar down. That gives us access to remove these three 17mm bolts. We do the same thing with the rear inserts. Make sure the face here is greased, and then we can press them into place. We're going to reinstall the OEM bolts with the included washers. We've got the step washer on the right side here. And on the driver's side, you want this washer with the elongated hole on the top. Once those are in by hand, we're gonna torque these to 46 foot-pounds. Now we just need to get these sway bar brackets reinstalled, and we are golden. That is all it takes, guys. It certainly beats having to replace the whole bushing itself. Now, of course, it's not gonna be as stiff as a solid bushing, but it's gonna be significantly better than what it was, and it was easy to do and cheaper as well compared to a full replacement. Now, keep in mind, if you are doing this, it's gonna add some noise, vibration, and harshness to the car. So if that bothers you, it's not gonna be something that I'd recommend, but if you're trying to get the most performance out of your car, it's certainly something that I suggest you do. If you are interested, I'll leave a link down in the description. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.